This video is going to be controversial because we're going to be talking about one of the 10 commandments, the Tesla. Oh God, no, don't say bad things about Tesla. I remember, let's just start this video. Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode here on Talkdaily. Today we're going to be talking about a 2019 Tesla Model 3 and a 2-year review, 40,000 mile, done by Car and Driver, and this article is written by David Vanderwerp. I have a link to this article in the description below, so let's get to it. Let's get you from the get-go. A couple of things about this car that it really leaves a lot to kind of ponder as far as the company and how it's able to kind of derp its way through, and I mean by that in a positive way. They're being very clever, this car company, because they're delivering things that are not even fully delivered, and people are paying money and waiting in line to get it. And I just can't help but to feel like it's like a trolling. They're kind of trolling the people, honestly. They're delivering a product. They're giving you speed because that's what everybody wants, right? It's kind of in a way that it just kind of a hype. Like, here you go, speed, wow, speed. But in reality, everyday driving, you're starting to notice it's kind of crazy. And I'll just kind of give you a heads up from the article. Because if this was a Nissan, oh my God, it'll be recalls. And we'd be like, oh my God, how can they do so? But somehow Tesla can get away with it because I think just people are sheep. And when you just blind everybody, anybody just start becoming part of the system and they just accept what it is. Again, I think must be the most genius car company in the world. I just have to give him that. They're so clever. I'm giving them in a way kind of a being positive here, because it takes a lot of smart people to convince the majority of the world that this product is great, and in reality, it's okay. I don't want to say it's great because it's not completed. It's an incomplete vehicle. Mercedes-Benz would not release a car like that and just say, go ahead. And by the way, let me tell you what I'm talking about. This right here, and this is straight up from the article. As we order long-term Tesla Model 3, they're talking about driving it using Tesla full self-driving software over time. Well, the joke is on them, because after spending $6,000 on that option, the price is now double that. Now it's $12,000. In 2019, our car came and went without ever getting it. That is Tesla full self-driving software. Yo, man, can I have $12,000? Like, they didn't get it, right? They spend it and never got it. So can I get one of those things? How can a company get away with that? I don't know. Can I just take $6,000 from everybody who buys a car and just be like, yeah, I'll give you this option and never got it? Bite me. That in itself should just end. That's just going to give you an idea about this car company. Is our car fast? Yeah, they look cool. Yeah, they have funny software. Yeah, the car even has like speakers where you can make, like, you can talk to the outside. And, just basically I feel it's a troll car. It's really just trolling all the other automakers, saying, haha, Mercedes-Benz, he's spending billions of dollars on making you a car where I could literally tell you I have self-driving software, and it's actually not even full self-driving software, and it's not even available. You paid for it and it's not available. Who can get away with that? That's like I don't know. And Tesla gets like, again, it's mind-boggling how they found the loopholes in the system, how they were able to develop their image. And again, it's all clever. I am not putting Tesla down. I'm just saying they're extremely intelligent, and if you have shares with Tesla, I know I do, hey, you're making money, so whatever, ride the happy wave. It's capitalism. Whatever, man, just make money. But I just find it's us, the consumer, who should be like, no, I'm not buying this, it's not complete. But again, it's just a hype, man. It's just a hype. So hey, again, it takes a lot of intelligence to be able to do something like that. To me, you think I'm like, oh, he's just hanging up on this thing. It's $6,000 that you didn't get it, and right now the price is double now. For this feature that is still yet not fully complete. What is this? Like, it's just, how do you justifying that? 6 G's, you can buy a car, you can buy a used car for 6 G's. But again, to me, that is just enough to make you just look at this company and say, all right, when you guys have your house in check, I'll go ahead and purchase a car. But again, that's not true, because you have to wait in line to get these cars. You're waiting in line. This car company is skyrocketing. They mentioned that if the same price they invested in a Model 3, right now, I mean, they're talking about the investment. See, look, had we invested that money in Tesla stock, the 6Gs, back then, we could have cashed out as much as $150,000. Just to give you an idea how this company is skyrocketing. I mean, I'm not the only one that has stocks in Tesla, and I put whatever money I got. I'm like, boom, and yeah, it comes back return. It's amazing. I still have my money in Tesla. It's great. It's great. But looking at it neutral, it's not acceptable. So this car company has a lot of these things going on in it. It's not even fully done. But again, it's all hype. They have, if you have a different Model 3, it's, how should I put it? It's great. It's a great experience, but it's getting to that point where other car companies are catching up now. They're actually making electric cars. The Model 3 was great when it was the only electric car you ever driven. It was great. I mean, I drove the Leaf. The Leaf was, way better put together than the Tesla, but the Leaf gets no love because the charging system is kind of old, it's dated, and the Leaf doesn't get, software update. There's a lot of things about the Leaf where it felt like a electric shaver. It's there, it's done, it works. Where the Tesla felt like, ooh, like I'm starting up my computer. So I understand that. Tesla did a great job by selling more than the vehicle. So they're doing great when it comes down to that. So reading on, again, not everything is bad news, okay? They drove it for 40,000 miles, which is absolutely nothing. I don't know, they're saying they had it for 2 years. Man, I'll add more than 40,000 miles when I have my car for 2 years. I don't know, I mean, in 2 years, I'll probably do 60. That's the way how much I drive. I love driving. I'm always driving. I really enjoy driving. So, anyway, so moving along, they're talking about, again, I don't want to, now this one is specific. I don't know what happened. In their vehicle, they had some catastrophic alert. They got an alert via a mobile app. Their car had a catastrophic breakdown while parked. That is something that's, I would just say maybe specific to their car. It's kind of weird, but it required a $2,500 rear motor assembly that was replaced under warranty. So, okay, I don't know. That just gives you an idea. Maybe that's just one point on the graph when it comes down to quality. Again, I don't think... I showed you, I have a couple of videos about Mercedes-Benz, and to me, that's a car company that's making like, okay, we're making electric cars. This stuff is just hype. Again, I really, there's no comparison between Tesla and Mercedes-Benz, none whatsoever. But Tesla is very, very clever, extremely clever car company. I give them that. I think they're very clever. They know how to use the system. They know how to use hype. They're very up to date. They're not stuck on the old ways. So all that is Tesla, which is good. And I still like Tesla. I've driven a Model 3. My experience with it was like squeaky and but there was little rattles and stuff. But again, there's one made in the US, one made in China. Supposedly they're two different variables as far as the finish and the quality control. Then the second thing they're talking about, after for 5 years, they had some issues with the windshield. They had issues with the glass. The roof is glass on the Tesla. It has some, chips and whatnot. Again, that's specific to where you're driving, and that happens with any car. So I'm not going to hold that against Tesla whatsoever. They're talking about efficiency as far as charging. That's something that's not really heavily mentioned, and I love the fact they brought it up. I'll just read this for you. For example, our best month, August 2020, we averaged 107 mpge over 1,812 miles. Excuse me. Our worst was February 2012 when we averaged 55 mpge, almost 50% worse, over 1,182 miles. The difference, the average temperature in February was 27 degrees, while in August was 79. Again, these are in Fahrenheit. So the colder environment does not give you good charging efficiency. Internal combustion engine also suffer from the same thing, but not to that extreme. So when you see all these trucks and 4x4s and Subaru looking at you and people saying, oh my god, electric car is great for when I'm out there in the snow. No, it's not. No. The snow is bad for everything. It's bad for gasoline, for diesel. You don't really need to be a genius. You could just look at history as far as I don't know. Go ahead, look at the Battle of Stalingrad. Show me any internal combustion engine that did great back then. None. Just nothing has changed. Okay, so batteries also suffer from the same thing. But just kind of give you an idea. When it's cold, they don't charge as well. And they're talking about a vehicle really required even energy just to stay, not to freeze in cold environment. Say the same, when the temperature dipped to the 5 below zero, the Model 3 consumed 5% of its battery capacity just sitting overnight, trying not to freeze. Again, if you're one of those survivalists, you want to live out there in Alaska in the middle of nowhere, having an electric car, you might want to think about that twice. That's the reason I like electric, but I like electric inside the city in a normal environment, in average normal weather, whatever normality you want to consider. I'll just call it, like, let's just say not freezing and not boiling hot. So that's what I consider to be normal. But if you live in Chicago, for example, good luck. Man, Chicago is crazy. I heard a story from actually one of the people who subscribed to my channel. Hey there. It was a great couple that I spoke to, and yeah, they were on their honeymoon, and they told me about their story in Chicago and the weather in Chicago. That was just an eye opener. I mean, they're talking about, like, one day with the sunshine, another day it's snowy. I was like, what? Anyway, hey there. I hope they're having a great time. They were really sweet. Anyways, moving forward, charging costs vary widely too. They're talking about the charging cost. It went from $12 to $32. Again, it all boils down to whatever you're using cheap electricity, you're charging at home or the office. Again, that is something not specific to Tesla. That has nothing to do with Tesla. That has to do with any electric car. So I'll give a pass on that. But one thing that we're talking about some trivial costs as far as maintenance. There is basically something called oft-dormant brake caliper. You have to re-lubricate them. And again, because they're driving, this test was conducted in a snowy area, so there was snow, there's salt and snow. That is something. A regular car, salt would destroy even a regular car. So that also, I give that a pass. So I'm not really too concerned about that. They were talking about the tires. That is something. Here you go. So talking about Tesla being clever. The Model 3 all-season Michelin tires, on the other hand, were used up after 30,000 miles. To me, that's fantastic. I wear out my tires at like 5,000 miles because I have RCOMs. Again, when I see 30,000, I'm like, what? I never have tires where it lasts that long. But it's just me. Anyway, moving on. Particularly because the Tesla version of these Michelin tires has less tread depth, probably for slight boost in efficiency and range. You starting to get my point? Tesla went to Michelin and says, I want that tire, but can you shave it a little bit so I can get a little bit more boost and range? I don't care about the consumption. I don't like that. To me, that's like, what is that? That is not right. You understand me? What they're trying to do is they're trying to increase efficiency by having a tire that wears less tread depth. It's the exact same tire you can buy for other vehicles, but just for the Tesla, it has a little less tread depth, so you can get a little more efficiency. I'm like, no, just a regular tire that should last 60,000 miles, because they do sell tires that last 60,000. I don't know, they're made out of rocks, but they last 60,000 miles, 52,000 miles. That's not out there. There's tires that last that long. But Tesla opted out to shave it a little bit. I feel that's the stuff they do. It's kind of a gimmicks. You understand? Because you have to get new tires anyways. What did he save? You're paying for it, and it was $1,157. So in a way, I just don't like a car company that does stuff like that. Just be honest. Put honest tires on it. Just engineer it properly. So I'm not saying it's not engineered. This is just a clever tricks that Tesla is very good at, and consumers are just don't care, because when I buy a Tesla, they're just happy, or just, again, they're excited by it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you exactly what they experienced. And they're talking about the glass roof due to some stone chip. Again, I'm not gonna worry about that. A glass roof. You have a glass roof and you're concerned about stone chips, don't get a glass roof. I mean, what was a Porsche? One of the Porsche 911 had the whole glass roof. I'm like, no, I don't want glass on top of my head. First of all, glass is heavy. Increasing center of gravity for what reason? And what? There's no sun where you at? I know, but again, it's just me. I don't. So having a chipped glass roof is totally. Hey man, that's what you opted. That's what you bought, right? A glass. Your house made out of glass. Don't be upset if you get chipped. Then rocks been thrown at it. And here's the biggie: the battery degrade. And that's. I've been saying this, an electric car coming out. Batteries, what are we going to do with these batteries when they don't function? They're talking about a 6% loss. At a 20,000 mile, it had a 6% loss or a 19-mile range reduction. That's what I'm telling you. When you buy an electric car and I tell you it has 220,000, 120 mile range, I'm like, dude, that is not enough, because there's something called battery degrades. It eats miles. What's the point of this machine if you could only charge it up 80 miles eventually? What are you going to do with that? And that's my point. What are we going to do with all these cars when they don't? I mean, what's the point? Where are you going to look at that car and say, it's now barely charging 200 miles. What should we do, honey? Should we keep it? Should we get rid of it? Get rid of it? Who? Who's going to buy that car? And whoever buys it is like, well, okay. And then they get driving, and then they can look back and say, okay, honey, should I keep it? Now it's only charging at 140 miles per charge. Okay, you keep it. You sell someone else. Okay, honey, only charge up to 80 miles. What are you going to do with a car for 80 miles? Again, I don't know where we're going with this. What are you going to do? It's going to be some like, hey, I mean, it could be a great startup business. You kind of say, you know what, hey, welcome to, I know, Cars and Us, and we buy all these junky, luxurious EV cars, and we will refurbish them. I don't know, take them apart, take the batteries back to China. I don't know. They're going to be a way. I don't know what's going to happen with these cars, because they don't last. They don't last. I mean, they're amazing fun, but I don't know. But here's the nice thing. They said after only 6% loss at 40,000 miles, but after that, when I hit 6% loss at 20,000 miles, but I hit 40,000 miles, no further capacity reduction. Okay. Maybe that 6% was just a spoof, but again, if you want to keep your car for 100,000 miles, great. I just know that I see cars on the road. Let's just be real. There's a lot of cars on the road that are very old. The reason they're old because not everybody has the same financial capacity to purchase new. If you're rich, again, we live in a capitalistic country. Buy your comfort. That's the conclusion. That's the conclusion for every single argument in America. Whatever political, whoever's arguing, buy your comfort. I don't like this. Okay, buy your comfort. I don't like that. Okay, buy your comfort. That's the easiest answer to everything. Buy your comfort, because we're lucky. We live in a country where you actually could do so. Other countries in the world, you can't even buy your comfort. You can't. Unless you know somebody in hookups. In this country, you could totally do so. So, these I don't want to call them warning signs, but they kind of are warning signs. It's not a big deal. If you're rich, you don't give a shit, man. Just get another one. Just get another car. But for middle class, if you're kind of struggling or you're kind of living on a tight budget, having a car that's kind of just constantly turning its head saying, I hope that grocery store getting a little bit closer. Your commute is getting a little bit closer, right? No, the earth is not shrinking. I need my consistent range. Well, I don't know. These are the solution. I don't know. Going so far for electric. I don't know what's going to happen when all of us are just going to have electric cars. What's going to happen like in 2040? In 2045? What? When there's nothing but new cars that are electrical, like gasoline combustion is gone, what are we going to do? And these ranges are just dropping and dropping and dropping. Well, I don't know. Just keep getting a new car. What my answer, what I believe is going to be, it's just going to have subscription to cars. Just like I have it for your smartphone, you just don't have to keep it. Just every month pay some money, and after, I don't know, a year or whenever they have a new model, just return it, get a new one. What do they do with your old phone? That's a very good question. The old phones, at least I could recycle. Those big cars, I don't know what they're going to do with them. Who are they going to dump them to? This is a big machine for you just to kind of like, it's not a cell phone. So we'll see what happened. They might ship them to some third world countries and it's like, there you go, take them. I don't know. But we will see. I'm optimistic. Because again, at 20,000 miles, I had 6% loss. At 40, it didn't. So we will see. They're talking about change. They're talking about the fact that, again, that's one of the reasons Tesla is amazing. Tesla is famous for frequent software update. That is literally the statement that what Tesla is all about. As I said, like it's kind of, as I mentioned, like, starting up your PC or your Mac or whatever you have, your Linux is basically constantly getting updates, and those updates work in the favor. And that's what the consumer really enjoys. I know my friend enjoys it, and he has this model. It's not a Model 3, but he loves it. One has a Model 3, the other one has the dual motor, I don't know the big one, but regardless, they enjoy it, they love it, they love touching that screen, you know, I call it the big iPad screen, and they enjoy it. There's a lot of stuff cool about it, and it does like Sentry mode, you have Smart Summon to talk about that. So Tesla is, again, there's a cult follower who will tell you all these amazing things that the software update does, which is great. But again, all the software update it did not give you the autopilot that you paid money for, which I find it, again, trivial. Software update, but sorry, we don't have this one, but thanks for your money. Let's go back. I don't know. Anyway, so there's rants and raves, and they talk about it. Again, there's some people saying, oh my God, you know, this car is amazing. Oh my God, this car is not amazing. It's just one of those car companies that could just get away with it because they're very, very smart. They're very smart. They know how to use the system, and they have a great hype. And the car company constantly evolving. It's Tesla is really. I almost get to that point where Tesla is just literally. It's just a facade for other things, for the company to grow in other directions, which is, you know, that has like a digging company, it has an aerospace company. So this company constantly growing. Now it has a social media platform, Twitter, social media platform. So this company is extremely intelligent, it's growing, and it's constantly. It's redefining what's already been established, and I think that's one of the reasons Tesla is very attractive, because it's redefining our vision of what a car is. It's redefining our vision in the space travel, of, you know, social media. It's redefining all this, and I think just the main core is here you go, and do whatever you want to do with it. I feel it's like literally like a trolley in that way, you know. Elon Musk, when he took Twitter, for example, he just basically was like, "Here you go, unlock it, okay, everybody, let everybody panic," you know, because before it was locked, you know. You say something that some party doesn't like, and they lock you out, which is like, what is the freedom of speech in that? So he went in there to the code and like, here's the source code, there you go, let everybody go out, you know, go at each other's throat, you're free. And I think Tesla is he started by Tesla by recognizing that people are kind of, in a way, I don't want to use the word shallow, but most people kind of are in the sense that it's just one appearance. And he's like, here you go, what do you want? What do you want? Fast? Boom, there you go, fast car for nerds. You know anything about cars, but your car is faster than the guy who has a GTR and whatever, 1,000 horsepower. He's just gone. And he started with that, which is true. That's what people wanted, and he just created this company. So all of it is all intelligent. I have nothing but honestly, it's not. I don't have rants. I just simply have a lot of like, okay, that's a new way of doing things, and it's working. It's definitely working, and it's always an exciting car company. So as far as the auto drive, I personally would have paid money for that. I would ask for my money back. That's all I'm saying. That if I had that car at least for that long and I paid for that feature, I don't have it, I'd be like, look, what the heck? I need my money back. I love the car company, but if you want me to invest in you, I'll buy the stocks. I won't just give you the money for some feature that doesn't work. And car companies will actually collapse. I would imagine if Nissan does something like that, Nissan would have recalls and people will be waiting in line and people pointing their fingers at Nissan. But Tesla does it, and it's completely fine, because again, majority of people buy the car to have money. Let's just put it out there. You're not a poor person buying Tesla. You're buying a Tesla. I mean, if you're using it to drive with Uber, just trying to pay off the car, well, here's a warning for you. Battery degrades, so don't get too excited if that's your Uber car. If it is, I hope you're making good money, and this shouldn't be an issue for you if you continue making money. So that's good. Yeah, majority of people buying that car, they have some kind of or they invested money in it. They definitely did. This is not a cheap car. But anyways, let me know what you think. This has been a very controversial kind of subject, because I know a lot of people love the car. And remember, this is a machine. I'm not. As I said, the company is very clever. But don't forget, this is a machine. You should not be falling in love with a machine. It's just a machine. Yeah, say that to me. I own my cars. I love my cars. So I totally understand. If this kind of offends you, well, I'm just reading the facts from this article. Again, this is specific to this vehicle. The 6% loss is what they experienced. I wouldn't say that would have been your experience or what expected experience. And remember, this is an older vehicle. This is not a vehicle from this year. This is a 2019 car. So it's not that old, but it's kind of getting there. And they drove 40,000 miles on it, and in the snow and hot temperatures. So this car experienced a lot of wear and tear. So As always, let me know what you think in comments below, and have a great one and a safe one wherever you are. And if you like this material and you like my honest point of view, let me know in the comments below, and always like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. And as always, take care and drive safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.